So tonight for dinner for family and friends, we are doing rotisserie chicken the easy way. This is all we need. We need a chicken that I have trussed up nice and tight. I washed it, cleaned it off, dried it, let it sit in the refrigerator to air dry, get the skin nice and dry. We have our Spice House Lakeshore Drive seasoning mix, which we use for just about everything. And we're going to use a little bit of olive oil on him. We do not, when we're doing rotisserie chicken, add a lot of spices, because in our family, the more we went carnivore and cut out the inflammatory foods, most of the spices that get used for barbecue, rotisserie, steaks, all of that stuff, those spices tend to be very inflammatory. We have fallen in love with just salt and Lakeshore Drive from the Spice House. We mail order it. And of course, for olive oil, we love the Jovial olive oil. We order it special from them when they press it in Italy. It is an amazingly high quality olive oil. And we're going to come back in just a minute and get it put on the spit here. But let's go out and take a look at the star of tonight's show. So what's making smoked food so easy for us this year is every year I buy something fun and new to cook with. This year I bought the Weber Searwood smoker. My old smoker just wasn't quite up to speed, and after a lot of reviews, this one just struck me as a great idea. Guess what? It is the hero. This is a home run hit grill. It's easy, it's fast. I've got a pan in here. This is going to be the pan for the drips, but what's so cool about this, smoking is a charm. It's got a space right here where we're going to put our spit for the chicken, and in less than 10 minutes, you can crank it up to 600 degrees. It shoots a flame right out the middle, so you can sear all of your food after you've smoked it. The Weber Searwood is awesome. It comes in the short size, which we have because it's just a couple of us, and it comes in a twice as big size for those of you who want to do a lot of roast. So we're going to come back and put our chicken on here in just a minute. So the key to great chicken is you got to start with a great chicken. Now you can use any chicken, but for the price, we love the Mary's chickens. They're air cooled. We get them at our local health food store. It's just a great product. They make a regular one. They make a totally organic one. But these are great little chickens. So what I did is I cleaned it up, and then we just trussed it. I just took some butcher's twine and trussed it up tight because we're going out there on the grill, and we need it to not be flopping all over the place. So we need to put a little bit of coating on it so the spices will stick. People do lots of things. We, as really working at having a low inflammatory diet, carnivore type diet, have found that the simpler we cook, the better our bodies like it. So for chicken and things like this, just some olive oil. And you know what? This olive oil from Jovial Foods is the best. They make, when we use our einkorn bread, that's how we found them. They make our einkorn flour. And they also have some ancient olive tree orchards over in Italy that they found, and they cultivate a really high quality, limited run olive oil every year. So we get the email from it and we stock it. We get like 3 or 4 bottles when this special pressing runs out. It's just nice to have support a family business, quality olive oil, and farmers that are doing things right with their food. So just a little bit of olive oil. Then we will coat this tonight with just our Lakeshore Drive from Spice House. Lakeshore Drive. It's a blend of salt, green peppercorns, and what we have found to be non-inflammatory spices. When we started working with inflammatory foods and cleaning up our diet and going more carnivore, what we found was that many spices caused problems for people, especially spices that go into barbecue mixes and barbecue rubs. So as much as we have a cabinet full of spices, this is about all we use for anything anymore. It just gives a nice flavor. It's easy. We won't get that nice colored, everybody likes a nice colored crust to their chicken and their barbecue, but this will give it a great flavor. Now, the tricky part is we have to get this into our chicken. That's kind of a hot, messy mess. So what we're going to do is, this is going to take it out. This is our spit. So we go in the rear end right here, and we just work our way up and through, and we find the opening in the front. That was easy. Now we got to get this in nice and tight. There we go. We take our non-goopy hand, because goopy hands, well, this is all going to go in the grill anyway, so I don't think it matters, because we'll clean up all later. And we got to get this in nice and tight. These tighten up. This is an accessory to the Searwood grill. I bought a knockoff one that was cheaper. Guess what? It didn't fit. Let's just go back and touch this up a little bit where we missed stuff. And as you can see, this is easy. But the fun thing about smoking, it's just a little bit different, a little bit unique, and it makes your dinner a little more special. So we're going to let that sit there just a minute. I have a meat thermometer that I'm going to put in this so that we can track and know when it's done out there. So let me go get that. I'll bring it right back and show you how to stick the meat thermometer in your chicken. So we don't want overcooked chicken. So there's a bunch of these on the market. This is the Thermo Maven one. My wife said I didn't need a toy like this, and then right after she said I didn't need it, so I saw a really cool YouTube review on it from a guy I really like. He said it's killer. I wanted it really bad. Guess what? It was my birthday the next week, and my good friend Dino gave me a gift card. Forrest got his Thermo Maven. Measure your meat on the remote, what do they call this, Wi-Fi thing. So we need to get this all the way up to the little black thing here. We want to get right down into the breast of the chicken so that it's going to measure it just right, okay? So that is going to transmit to the magic of Wi-Fi to our thing here and tell us how it's coming along. So now we got to go out and put this on the grill. Here we go. So this is pretty slick. We're just going to stick this end into the machine part. There we go. It's in. That's good to go. Now I just put, ow, shoot, that's hot. Okay, don't forget, stuffs get hot when it's been in here for a while. So now we hit the go button. And the benefit to this little pan here, we're not going to eat out of it. It's just going to collect the drippings so it doesn't mess me up. We're set at 350 degrees on full smoke. There we go, we can touch it fast. And now all we have to do is let this go round and round. Y'all know that song, round and around and around it goes. Pretty soon we're going to have chicken for dinner in about an hour and a half. So probably 90 minutes, but we're going to use our Thermo Maven Wi-Fi in the house to let us know how this is doing, because we don't want to have to open this again. We just want the smoke to settle in. And look how nice this is, tied up nice and tight. I actually cut off the little tips of the chicken wings so that those would tie up tight. And talk about easy and fun. Now you know what we do? We close the door, we put it to bed, and we come back in 90 minutes. So let's take a peek at the 100-degree check mark. So we're at 100 degrees, still going around. I think that looks really darn good. Nice and tight, cooking up, nice crust on it. That's beautiful. This is gonna make a great dinner and so easy. So this just comes off slicker than a wink. And I think right now what I'm gonna do is just unscrew this right here, because we don't want to take this mess in the house, do we, Cheryl? You have to be careful, because guess what? This little nut's hotter than a wink. If you've never been burned by something hotter than a wink, you don't want to go down that path, trust me. Okay, let's go in the house and see what we've got, okay? Follow me, kids. So in light of the fact that I've been caught like this, barehanded about 3 times, tonight while this was cooking, I went downstairs and ordered a set of silicone gloves, because this is hot. And now I'm gonna have to wash the hot pads. So next time we do it, we'll have something a little bit easier. So let's see what happens here when we, whoa, slide this off. No, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna turn this, oh, we gotta loosen this one, that's the problem. Okay. If you go fast, it doesn't have time to burn you. You have to be faster than a flaming heat bullet. Okay, off comes the spit. That's cool. And now we're going to use these and pull this off, because nobody likes biting into this. There we go. Okay. So now we have our beautiful chicken. Let's just figure out, do I have the right side up? Yes, I do. Let's just snip our snips here. If you don't have a good pair of kitchen shears, these KitchenAids are the win. They're like $7. And you know, when they get dull, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spend another $7. But having a set of shears just for your kitchen, they're lightweight and easy, that is awesome. Okay, how are we gonna cut this? Oh, we gotta cut this here too. I can tell you it smells really good. Our company came upstairs and they smelled it and they said, that smells awesome. So, but I definitely need it. There we go. Just slide right into that joint, and off we go. You know, learning that where the joints are, there it is right there. Okay, there we go. Now, we are not going to take a bite out of this and burn myself, because that would not be good for the video. But let's just cut into the breast. Okay, we did good. This is right about 165, right where we want it, and it's nice and moist. You see the moisture is still there. So I think we're gonna have a great dinner tonight. We'll report back afterwards. I doubt I would tell you it's bad even if it was. You know, the cooking shows are funny because they always tell you how great their food is. Then you have to believe them. Okay, and this is a Victorinox. I think this is our 8-inch boning knife. I love this when I'm cutting chicken, so this is another great asset, a tool that you need in your kitchen. Keep it sharp. It's not very expensive. It's a win. Forest out for tonight. So one of the decisions Cheryl and I made with eating a long time ago is we cook virtually all of our meals at home. We eat out very, very, very seldom. So by virtue of cooking at home, guess what I can afford to do? I can afford to buy equipment that lets us do things like we did with the Searwood, our sous vide machine, all of what people jokingly call my toys. It's okay, because when you save from eating out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week, it adds up quickly and gives you the ability to get the resources and the quality food you need to make simple, easy, healthy, great meals at home.